Rules for the League. Written by XxMiserySmilesxX. Read by Yours Pranks. This is the first work in a connected series by the author, centered around League of Villains sort of shenanigans happening. Tags for this work. Relationships. The League of Villains. Dabi, Todoroki Toya, / Takemi Kaigo, Hawks. Characters. Kurogiri, Toga Himiko, Bubai Gawara Jin, Twice, Eguchi Shuichi, Spinner, Dabi, Todoroki Toya, Shigaraki Tomura, Shimura Tenko, Takemi Kaigo, Hawks. Sako Atsuhiro, Mr. Compress. Other tags. League of Villains as family. League of Villains shenanigans. Takemi Kaigo, Hawks, acts like a bird. Hero Public Safety Commission's bad parenting. Kurogiri is so done. Inspired by Rules for 1A, which is written by BrotherBrain. Kurogiri decides it's his bar, his rules. So, he writes them down for the league to follow. From Kurogiri. It's my bar, my rules. Please be respectful of the establishment I'm letting you reside in. Because of this, I've made a list to hopefully aid you, based on past experiences I've endured with you individually or been informed of through gossip. I pray to God this is thorough enough. If not, then so help me, I give up. Rule number 1. Toga. Inviting members of Class 1A over for sleepovers is not allowed. Rule number 2. If any of you do decide to have a sleepover, do not use actual weapons in pillow fights. Between the knives, the fire, feathers, pillow, feathers, sentient, clones, disintegration, and guns, it's just not what our budget can handle. Rule number 3. Twice, no more playing chess against yourself. You're too competitive, and the constant cheating accusations are already bad enough when Toga and Dabi play cards. Rule number 4. Spinner, stop attempting to convince the league members that you are actually a dragon. Moreover, don't try to prove it by lighting things on fire and saying you did it with your fire breath. Nobody believes you, and we have enough things being set on fire already around here. Rule number 5. Toga, I think it's honorable that you wish for new league members to prove their loyalty to the cause. However, having these tests be simply ploys for you to set your colleagues up on dates is not. Rule number 6. Dabi, stop throwing birdseed at Hawks when he visits. Rule number 7. Toga, stop yelling food fight and throwing yogurt at people when Dabi does this. Rule number 8. Shigaraki, I'm limiting you to 3 death threats a day. Use them wisely. Rule number 9. If you are aware of a member's car sickness, do not attempt to engage in wild car chases for fun while they're a passenger. Rule number 10. The solution to this is in fact not engaging in car chases, not trying to shove your sick friend out of the car window and onto the road mid-car chase so they don't ruin the seats. Rule number 11. After learning more details about the former incident, I'd like to add, never, ever, under any circumstances, let Toga drive. Rule number 12. Spinner, stop trying to start a code. Rule number 13. Toga, stop trying to form a gang. Rule number 14. Shigaraki, stop trying to form a secret rival gang sworn to enemyship with Toga's gang. Rule number 15. No dividing up the league into 12 districts and attempting to recreate the Hunger Games on the USJ training grounds. Most of you don't even know 12 individual people, much less enough to form your own civilization. Rule number 16. Acceptable thing to dye hair with. Hair dye. Rule number 17. Unacceptable things to dye hair with. Your own blood, venom, alcohol, Sharpies, someone else's blood, fire, acid, Gatorade, tea, coffee, carrot juice, your father's tears, the ashes of your birth certificate, the source, or anything twice saw on TikTok. Rule number 18. Dobby, please go to Hawk's apartment if you wish to engage in your preferred extracurricular activities. The walls here are much too thin. Rule number 19. I understand it's easy to get bored here. However, this doesn't mean turning to violence or destruction to cope with the boredom. Rule number 20. This means no playing the "Can we microwave thing" game. 9 times out of 10, things won't survive your attempts to microwave them. Rule number 21. Toga. If you wish to keep running a Tumblr blog with gossip about the other League members, please at least obscure names, locations, plans enough that no one will figure out who we were. While I don't suspect the police would, remember, Midoriya Izuku. Rule number 22. Dobby. We understand Toga made the mistake of telling you that your younger brother is dating All Might's son. This does not mean, however, you may try and stalk the school in an attempt to see if you deem Midoriya-san fit to date Shoto. You are a wanted criminal. Rule number 23. Toga. Stop offering to infiltrate the school posing as one of the students to do it for him. He needs to learn to leave well enough alone. Rule number 24. Spinner. We understand that as a lizard, you prefer heated environments. However, 80 degrees is not a reasonable thermostat setting for any time of year, much less in June. Rule number 25. Dobby. Same for when you overheat. If you can see your breath, it's too cold. Rule number 26. Hawks. While I appreciate your kind spirit and offers to fan Dobby with your wings to help him keep cool, your feathers are quite powerful. Last week, a chair was knocked over from the current, and we can't keep any papers around out of fear. Rule number 27. Unless you're A, Dobby, or B, have explicit permission from him, do not touch Hawk's wings. This is especially true while he's sleeping. Twice still has scratches on his face. Rule number 28. Compress. Turning people into marbles and then leaving is not an effective or acceptable way to break up arguments. Rule number 29. If Hawks tries to grab your shiny jewelry or costume pieces out of instinct, that's your fault. Rule number 30. Toga. You are not a vampire. We have seen you eat garlic before. Rule number 31. Twice. Never cook again. Rule number 32. Sundays are screen-free. No phones, laptops, or TV. Go outside and enjoy the fresh air. Pet a dog. Enjoy life. Rule number 33. Please refrain from taking teenage hostages on Thursdays, as I have yoga. Rule number 34. Compress. Marbleizing Toga is not a substitute for Tylenol when you have a headache. Rule number 35. Spinner. When shedding your skin, make sure to properly throw away the pieces so that reptile extermination is not called again. I had to file a lot of paperwork that day. Rule number 36. Toga. Stop prank calling Aizawa while shifting into one of his students. That man has enough on his plate as it is. Rule number 37. No more making TikToks for any of you. Rule number 38. While we know that some of you are very committed to the cause of taking out abusive parents, destroying the entire Hero Public Safety Commission is not a reasonable goal. Maybe target just one member. Rule number 39. No matter what tone or way you say it, sunshine, baby, sweetie feathers, pretty boy, or honeybird are not convincing insults. Either own up to your crush or come up with some actual retorts. Rule number 40. Spina, if you happen to detach your tail during a fight, do not bring the tail back to the base with us to use as a shut-up stick. Nobody enjoys being whacked in the face with your disembodied spine. Rule number 41. Dobby, if a staple comes loose, please quickly tell one of the others so we can find the medical staple gun and help you replace it. Do not yell, "Look at this, guys," before peeling back your skin to reveal your exposed organs or bones underneath. Rule number 42. Shigaraki, if Dobby pops the staple, use the medical staple gun. Do not grab your office stapler and announce that this should do. Rule number 43. Please stop attempting to illegally purchase an actual red-tailed hawk to introduce it to hawks and see what will happen. I have no idea what you're expecting, but we don't need an actual hawk flying around the base. Rule number 44. Stop weaponizing red-tailed hawk facts against hawks. Dobby didn't move from the couch for 3 hours after you informed him that they mate for life. Rule number 45. Hawks. We understand that hawk mating season runs from March to May. We are happy to observe this period and give you and your mate all the time you need. This said, we also are happy to observe hawk migration season, where you'll be leaving the country to a warmer climate from September to January. We're sure you'll be happy for this as you experience both of these, and are not merely using one as an excuse to prioritize sex over work. Rule number 46. Toga. Stop belting the lyrics to Backstabber by Kesha while running around the base and stabbing your friends in the back. Rule number 47. No, you may not simply pick another artist with a song also called Backstabber and do the same thing with that. Rule number 48. Everyone, please stop referring to me as Mama Giri, Mom, Dad, or Daddy Mommy Kiro. I am not a parent. Rule number 49. Shigaraki, if you have to make a decision between purchasing food for the next week and buying a new video game, choose the food. Rule number 50. Spinner, we aren't going to make you a lizard-themed bat signal. Rule number 51. Stop informing Dobby that he'll be arrested for wearing the feather hawks gifted him as an earring. This is because 1. Possession of a hawk feather is only illegal in the United States. 2. Hawks is not considered an actual red-tailed hawk. And 3. If Dobby is arrested, it will be for being a serial arsonist and murderer. Rule number 52. Toga, if you use blood as your cooking ingredient, please inform people of this before offering to share your food. Rule number 53. Hawks in Toga. Your 3 a.m. sessions of sitting on the floor of the kitchen and eating raw meat with your hands while gossiping is not hot girl shit. It is staining the floors. Please find a table or bring a plate at the very least. Rule number 54. Hawks, while we fully support your recovery from the Commission's discouragement of your avian characteristics, please limit screeching to after the hour of 6 a.m. Rule number 55. Twice, I found your plans for making a real-life stormtrooper army and building your own Death Star. No. Rule number 56. Spinner, stop attempting to psychoanalyze people. You have enough problems that I'm sure you could focus on instead. Rule number 57. Twice, stop trying to psychoanalyze yourself. Your 2 different interpretations of your own problem are causing a space-time paradox that this world is not ready for. Rule number 58. Dobby, stop attempting to start a YouTube channel investigating your own death. From what I've witnessed on Twitter, Shoto actually believes his brother was abducted by aliens. Rule number 59. Spinner, stop trying to convince people that you are living proof of the lizard people living in the sewers, and that your real identity is an exiled prince from the dystopian and corrupt monarchy. Rule number 60. Toga, stop trying to make Spinner a crown in order to help him with his conspiracy. Rule number 61. Hawks, please stop believing everything the others tell you. While I understand you had a sheltered childhood, it should not take 7 charts, 3 people, and 2 hours to convince you and Shigaraki that the earth is round. Rule number 62. Dobby, stop attempting to convince people that you are a rare fungi and not a human at all. I don't even know how that logic works, but it needs to stop. Rule number 63. Toga, stop telling people that you're Stain's secret love child. Rule number 64. Hawks, stop yelling, "Hi, Dad," every time you pass a bird while outside. Rule number 65. Shigaraki, stop trying to disintegrate Compress's mask in order to do a face reveal. Rule number 66. Toga, making caramel corn for movie night is fine. Making popcorn, covering it in dried blood, and then telling the other members that it's caramel corn when it's dark and they can't see what they're eating is not. Rule number 67. While I know you've discovered that Dobby's staples are somewhat magnetic, stop trying to see what you can stick to his face while he's asleep without him noticing. He doesn't sleep enough as it is, and he doesn't need to be woken up to your meddling. Rule number 68. Do not purchase any more Nerf guns. You do enough destruction with access to regular guns as it is. Rule number 69. Hawks, stop trying to convince the other League members that any of the eggs in the fridge are yours that you laid. It only takes a quick Google search to know what hawk eggs look like, and I'm fairly certain you don't lay those either. Rule number 70. Shigaraki, stop raiding Minecraft servers with the help of the other League members while using custom skins that look like your villain costumes. Just because All For One doesn't understand what a TNT cannon actually is, doesn't mean it's at all polite to make him believe you launched one on a civilian house. Stop being lazy and plan actual attacks. Rule number 71. To prove my point, someone livestreamed the raid you did last week, where you held half the server hostage and forced them to attend the wedding of Dobby and Hawk's avatars. While thankfully Hawks was smart enough to not use his actual skin, people have been speculating for weeks who the unlucky guy was. Rule number 72. Dobby, death is not a social construct. Rule number 73. Twice, stop creating doubles to use as a Greek chorus. Rule number 74. Shigaraki, stop holding PowerPoint night as a way to spread your delusional conspiracies or gloat over your fellow League members. Rule number 75. While I wouldn't normally have a problem with PowerPoint night as a concept, as educating one another about topics that interest you sounds like a great idea, you unfortunately don't seem to have a grasp of appropriate topics. That said, the following PowerPoint topics are banned: aliens, Mothman, anything regarding Elvis Presley, your friends' sex lives, your own good looks, why you are better than everybody, why you should be allowed to do that thing, why birds aren't real, seriously, any sort of attempt to promote the use of recreational drugs, the potential dick sizes of the top 10 pro heroes, or a 2-hour-long presentation on how each Friends character represents a core personality disorder and a twisted reflection of the damaged society we live in. Rule number 76. While I understand we live in a bar, this is not an excuse to turn all your conversations into a drinking game. However, if you must, then find a better topic than times Dobby mentions Endeavor's bad parenting. Your liver will thank you. Rule number 77. The quark-related puns have got to stop. Surely you can find more creative jokes than he's lost his marbles. Rule number 78. Everyone, but Dobby and Hawk specifically, if your joke makes everyone go silent or start crying, then you can assume that it was a traumatic experience, not an amusing story. Rule number 79. If you are visibly bleeding, have a bone exposed, cannot hear or see 6 feet in front of you, have one of your limbs disintegrated or dislocated, have a body temperature outside the normal 98 degrees, excluding Spinner, need to lean on a wall to stand, or are pressing your hand to your mouth to keep from vomiting, you are not allowed to say you're fine or should be allowed to go in the next mission. Rule number 80. Toga, do not try and impersonate Hawks in an attempt to mess around with Dobby. He won't believe it, and you'll have hell to pay. Rule number 81. Twice. Yes, Dobby did tell the press that his feather earring was a trophy from his battle with Hawks. However, this does not make Hawks a trophy wife, and you should not get him a shirt saying so. Rule number 82. Hawks, stop attempting to get Twice to buy you a trophy wife shirt. Rule number 83. Spinner, stop referring to any argument that Dobby makes as a hot take. Rule number 84. Compress, stop telling people unaware of your quirk that your marbles are actually candy, then accusing them of cannibalism when they try to eat them. Rule number 85. Toga, no more attempting to cover up the fact that you fell for this the first time by bringing home human body parts and eating them in an attempt to convince people you actually are a cannibal, and that's why you did it. Rule number 86. Compress, if you're going to run a betting pool, do only 1 or 2 at a time. Don't try to run 50 simultaneous betting pools and attempting to rig them all to pay out to you. Rule number 87. Twice, stop referring to your Discord kitten and refusing to elaborate when people ask questions. Rule number 88. While I know the novelty of a hero dating a villain or the novelty of Dobby having emotions still hasn't worn off, please don't upload pictures or videos of him and Hawks cuddling in their sleep to the internet. It's their private business, and much of our current strategy heavily relies on the Commission's lack of knowledge about Hawks' true alliance. Rule number 89. The League's official motto is not "Be gay, do crime." Rule number 90. Stop calling Shigaraki Hand Daddy, no matter how funny his reaction is. Rule number 91. Shigaraki, stop asking new League members to high-five you as a welcome present. Rule number 92. Unless it's really necessary, stop using my warp gates to pull pranks, sneak into concerts, or avoid walking somewhere. Rule number 93. Spinner, stop setting up official League Twitter accounts and trying to engage with the Wendy's and McDonald's accounts in an epic roast-off. Your insults aren't even that impressive. Rule number 94. Twice in Toga, stop making up long and complicated secret handshakes simply to annoy Shigaraki due to his inability to participate in them. Rule number 95. Shigaraki is no longer allowed to sing during karaoke nights. This is due to the rap god incident. Yes. Rule number 96. Stop making fake dating profiles and trolling people on Tinder because you're bored. Spinner, your 5 Tinder girlfriends who believe you are a top-earning CEO in Taiwan are not somehow a win against your co-worker's actual boyfriend. Rule number 97. Please take down the dating profile you've made for me. While I appreciate the thought, I'm not interested, nor do I run a Furby black market investor gang, as the profile you made implies. Rule number 98. No more sad dog movies on movie night, unless you are ready to deal with Toga and Twice's emotions. Rule number 99. Twice, stop trying to convince people your second personality is actually a manifestation of your twin brother who you ate in the womb. Rule number 100. Please don't break these. Dobby clicked his tongue, shaking his head. Spinner hummed. How long do you think it'll take to break all 100? Toga jumped up excitedly, nearly stabbing Twice in the arm. Ooh, I bet we can do it in a week. Sounds good, Twice said cheerfully. That'll never work. Idiots, Shigaraki drawled, snarling smugly. I could do it in a day. How about 48 hours? Spinner suggested, looking through the list again. Deal, Hawk said, giving his brightest hero smile, as if he hadn't just agreed to aiding in several potential murders. It took them 18 hours in the end. After the rule-breaking bender finally finished, Kurogiri returned to the upturned bar and stared. After a few moments, he shook his head and walked slowly to the cabinet. He was going to get very drunk for the first time in his life. I hope you enjoyed the voices I did for the league. This is kind of my way of like picking and choosing different works that involve different characters so I can kind of develop the voices individually. Similar to Sir Night-Eye, it kind of like, as I started reading the lines, I'm like, oh, Kurogiri would totally work as like sounding British. Let me know what you think about it. I kind of enjoyed it. I'm also realizing saying Dobby, unfortunately, it sounds a lot like Dobby when you do a British voice on it. So I think at some point I went, Dobby is free! But thank you so much for listening to this podfic. I will see you when I do. Toodaloo!